This is what, the third time I've interviewed you?
Yeah, third time,
Third time we interviewed you. We've done a few post-fight interviews, a few of these interviews. Was there like an intro, it's Ahmer from Leapfrog Fight TV, but kind of got to know you now a little bit more.
100%.
I've seen you on your journey, and then even when you're not fighting on our shows, and I'll see your socials, and you got this guy and you got that guy, and you fight, and it feels so cool just seeing the progression in your fight career, so to speak, right?
Yeah.
It's awesome to see.
Really appreciate that.
So before we kick off, introduce your name, who you're fighting tomorrow, and that title that you're fighting for.
My name is Kabir Bonney-Bhandal, and I'm fighting Firuzi. He's got a long Georgian name.
It doesn't look it's irrelevant.
I'm fighting Firuzi for the Muay Thai Grand Prix national title. Pro-Am rules. It's my first fight without shin guards, first semi-pro fight, and I can't wait. I'm buzzing.
There's a lot of like Mickey Mouse national belts out there, but fighting for the MTGP one, with the show that's been around so long and it's got such a reputation behind it, what does that mean to you? Because that belt carries weight.
Exactly. It's incredible. I never thought I could achieve this so early on in my fighting career. Like, I honestly would have just been happy just to fight on the show, like, let alone fight semi-pro rules, and then for a national title, that's just something else. Like, I didn't think I could achieve this early. So for me, it's a big confidence boost, and shows that I'm here for the big stage, here for big fights, and I think it's only onwards and upwards from here.
You say quite early on in the career, but you had a fair amount of fights. How many fights have you had now?
True, I've had 10 fights. So yeah, I suppose I've had a few, I suppose. But I'm quite active. I've only been fighting for like 2.5, 3 years. I try to fight like 4 or 5 times a year. So it feels like I'm new to the game because I've only been here for like, a few years.
I was chatting to Jared before you, right? And it's quite interesting because I think there's a lot of like what he says, I think is an attitude that the PCT Gym has, that you look at each fight that you have, regardless of the decision, you look at what you can improve on the next fight. Is that what you've been doing over your last 10 fights?
100%. Like, you can't. Our coach humbles us quite a lot, to be fair. Like, even if we win, there's always a lot to work on. And if we don't get like a big finish, I feel like I'm not happy with myself. Like, my last fight, fought on Leapfrog, it was a short notice fight, but I got the win, but I didn't finish him, and I thought I should have finished him, so I really wasn't happy with that. And I got back to the gym and had like a lot of stuff I wanted to work on. Yeah. Obviously the fight, it was a short notice fight, but still, I feel like I should have finished him.
Yeah.
So I feel like you can't get too excited with your wins, and even from your wins, because you do always learn a lot more from your losses. But when you're not losing that much, you have to take a lot of stuff from your wins as well. And
it's interesting you say that, but do you think you're too hard on yourself?
Yeah, probably. Like, last fight, the fight on Leapfrog, Leapfrog fight night, I came out of the ring really, really disappointed with my performance.
Yeah.
And Paul, the coach, he gave me a bit of a reality check, gave me a bit of a grin and was like, "What are you doing? I'm happy with your performance. Why are you not happy with your performance?" Yeah. And it was a bit of a reality check, like, yeah, fair enough, I got the win, I can't really complain too much. Yeah. But for me, I gassed out in the fight, and I really thought like I should have finished him. So for me, I wasn't happy. But I feel that will make me a better fighter in the future. Yeah. If I wasn't hard on myself and I was happy with all the wins, I feel like I wouldn't improve as much. But I still want to improve after my wins, which I think
it's what you do in those moments, right? So there's two bits. There's a bit where you come out and you look at, instead of going too negative, you look at what could I do to improve for the next one. It's a bit of a hard one because you couldn't say I'll do better conditioning because you had like hardly any notice, right?
Yeah.
But if you recognize that, okay, cool, I gassed out, what do I do for the next fight camp to improve? Then it's not really like, don't be hard on yourself, bro. You get where I'm coming from.
You're right.
You've learned the lesson. You've learned it, right?
100%.
I don't care what anyone says. If, let's say, Paul tells you, do this, it doesn't resonate the same until you're in that ring, in that last round, and your legs are burning. Do you know what I mean? You got to experience it to now come back and then say, actually, you know what? I'm going to do this. I'm never going to be there again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then you got your fight tomorrow.
Yeah.
So from that fight to this one, do you feel you've got the camp that you wanted? Are you happy with where you are right now?
100%. This camp's been completely different. I've got a nutritionist in for this one. Like, shout out to Williams Nutrition. So I've come down a lot on weight. I've got down to 75, and I usually fight at 82. So this is a big difference. It's been only about like a 5-week camp, but I haven't really had any days off. I've been working my socks off, and I feel more ready than I've ever been, to be honest. Like, I feel confident, I'm sharp.
But you're relatively quite active anyway. Like, I don't mean in terms of fighting, but in terms of gym, training, and being active yourself. So though it's a 5-week camp, you're not the kind of person that's hardly trained and then comes in just for the camp, you know what I mean?
Never. I can't do that. I think it's unfair to the people that are paying their money to come and watch you fight. I think it's unfair on them to come in to the fight like out of shape, not giving it your all. Like, these tickets, they're not cheap. People are spending their like hard-earned money for it. Like, I want to make sure that I'm my best self when they're coming to watch me.
Yeah.
So
how much of this is about the fans, and how much of this is about you actually just loving the sport?
What was that, sorry?
How much of this is about you doing it for the fans? How much of it is about you actually just loving the sport?
I'd say it's 80% for me, and then 20% for the fans as well, because my main goals they're fully personal. Like, I want as many of those belts as possible, and that's for me. That's so that I can look back when I'm 70, 80 and look up at the wall and be like, yeah, I won those belts. That was hard work. Remember all the effort and commitment I put into those camps, and you don't lose those. And it's nice for the fans, like for my supporters as well. Like, they do give you a little bit of satisfaction as well, and it's nice to celebrate with them after the fight. Like, it's nice to bring your people to the fight and continue. Like, it's such a great feeling in the ring, but it's nice to continue that outside the ring with your friends and family after the fight as well.
So let's talk about this national title that you're going to fight for. Do you feel you've earned the shot at this national title?
I think 100% I've earned it. I've had 10 fights. I've only lost 3 of them. One of them I went up in weight, up 6 kilos, took that one on short notice. So I don't really count that one as much. And then apart from that, I'll lose a fight, go on like a 4-fight winning streak. So I finished quite a few of my opponents now. Mostly I don't really go to decisions anymore. So I feel like in the Southwest, one of the best amateur fighters, maybe the best amateur fighter in the Southwest, and I'm ready to make that step up to Pro-Am now.
So every time we see you fight, and every time you fight, there's an improved version of you.
Thank you.
So in this fight that's coming up tomorrow, what's that improvement? What do we see in this fight that's different to your other fights?
This fight, I think you'll see better defense. We've worked a lot on fighting southpaws. The southpaws are always difficult to fight. I fought a few, but I'm feeling a lot more confident going into this one, fighting a southpaw. And I think you're going to see me a lot more composed. Sometimes the first round, I can be a little bit scatty, a bit skittish sometimes. It takes me like a round to settle in a lot of the time. But this fight, I'm going to come in like cool, calm and collected. And I think you'll see the difference in the first round. I'll be a lot more relaxed and a lot more composed in there.
So you look at, like you said, you touched on this earlier, you look at improvements that you want to make. So one of your improvements from what I've seen is that your maturity and your fight IQ is greatly improved over your last 10 fights. So there's a lot more thought in it when you're fighting, that you're picking up, you're understanding, you're responding much better, you're adapting in the fight a lot better than you've done maybe at the start of your fights.
Really appreciate that. It just comes through experience, really. Like, I've noticed now things slow down in the ring for me, and I can actually set things up and pick my shots, whereas first few fights, everything is going 100 miles an hour, and it just feels like you're in a scrap. but I feel now like everything's slowed down. I can see things coming now. I can set things up, and it's.
So your fight is that 3 rounds or 5?
5 rounds, 5 twos. I don't expect it to go the distance though, to be honest. Like I feel like at my weight, I feel like I'm going to finish him. He has got he's got a wild left hook. I've just got to cover up for that, but I train to make sure I can go 5 rounds. My cardio, if I've had a full camp, is never an issue. But I think I'm going to stop him.
Cool. And if it went 5 rounds, if it went all the way to the end, are we going to see a version of you that's still giving it fire right at the end?
100%. If you talk to my training partners in the gym, they can say my cardio is one of my assets. Like, I plan to never get it to the later rounds, but I'm confident if it does go the later rounds, my cardio is going to 100% be better than him. Like, I push myself a lot harder than I feel like than anyone else that I train with. I go that extra mile when I do my runs, when I do my assault bike at the end of class. I'm competing against myself. I'm trying to beat my previous time and my previous score. So I don't think my cardio is going to be an issue. If it does go 5 rounds, he's in trouble.
So this fight, is it number 11 or number 10?
What is it? It'll be my 11th fight.
Your 11th fight?
Yeah.
And this is the first fight you're having where you got like a nutritionist that really specializes in terms of. Have you noticed a difference in fight camps in terms of like you had take out the one where you had short notice, but other fight camps, have you noticed a difference in terms of your performance? Like I'm not talking about the fight, I'm talking about the difference that nutritionist makes to you in terms of your day-to-day training building up to this camp. Have you noticed a big difference from this camp to the camps where you didn't use a nutritionist?
Not too much in my energy levels, because I used to fight only like a couple kilos lighter than what I used to walk around at. So, but this fight I'm fighting at 75, whereas I used to fight at 82. So energy levels are always good for training, but I knew if I didn't have a nutritionist and was cutting down to 75, no chance I would have the energy to train hard in camp. But with this nutritionist, I have actually still maintained the same energy levels, but I've managed to cut a lot of weight and felt just as good as in camp. So I think that's been the main difference.
Are you a better fit at this weight or a better fit heavier? Are you fighting lighter? Like these are more people that naturally your kind of size and style?
I think I'm going to have a big advantage at this weight, to be honest. Like, I feel like my opponent's going to be too small, too slow, and I feel like it's going to be a bit of a cheat code. Like, I've been getting used to fighting at 82 with big guys that I think maybe are a little bit bigger than me, but I feel like I'm going to have a bit of a size advantage for this fight, and hopefully going forward into my other fights, will probably be a bit bigger than my opponent, which is always an advantage.
Yeah, because you can kind of like tell from a fighter, especially after the weight cut, like after the day, because this will probably go out tonight or tomorrow morning, right? Before your fight. But people don't understand that you just weighed in a few hours ago.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
But does he look like he's exhausted? Do you know what I mean?
Nah.
So for me, you're calm, you're relaxed. You don't look like you just had a really bad weight cut. It feels to me like this is more your natural fight weight, if that makes sense.
100%. Yeah.
So I'll be excited to see like the kind of opponents that you're up against and the difference in you. I have a feeling that you're going to be a lot sharper than you were previously, and I would like to see how you put on in terms of this one. I think there's going to be a big. I think out of all your fights, this is going to see a big jump.
I really appreciate that. I hope so as well, and I think I'm confident I will as well. Like, I feel like every fight I do improve a little bit, and I think this is going to be, it's my biggest fight, but it's going to be my best performance.
Your little cohort, I don't mean little, that sounds bad. Your cohort of fighters that are coming through the PCT ranks right now have all come through on that same level. And I tell you what I love about this place is that you have this good kind of community around, and you're each just pushing each other. You're pushing each other. Like Jared is like pushing you, you're pushing him, you're pushing each other. How much of that has helped you improve over your last few fights?
So much to be like. We've got some like obviously we have Jamie Petch that comes down once a week, who started off here. Dan Scott, who's like a big heavyweight that's bigger than me, which lets me get good rounds in with like a bigger opponent that can actually hit harder. And like it's good. Like everyone's got their own different styles, so we've all got different things we can teach each other. Like Jared, he started at the gym at the same time as me, but he's way more technical than me now, which is which is crazy. But he can like he does little PTs with me, sharpens up my technique, and it's wicked. Whereas I can maybe show him some explosive shots, some knockout shots that maybe that he doesn't see as much because he's just more of a technician. And it's a really good team. We've got other fighters that they're maybe not as active, but they're here always pushing each other, and like it's a wicked team dynamic. Like that's what gets me to the gym a lot more as well. Even when I'm out of camp, it's just fun to help our teammates get through their fights, making sure they're getting good hard rounds in, and it's I love it.
I've been around the industry, right, for best part of a decade, and I tell you what I find is you never get a gym with one good fighter that goes all the way, because they plateau. What happens is if you become the best in your gym, you plateau because there's no one there. 100%. And this is what I really like about this gym, from like a couple of fights back to now, is everyone is pushing each other and you're all growing. So the level of your sparring, the level of your coaching, the level of your PTs, even the discussions and the conversations, like even like after your fight, when you're sitting there chatting to Jared, it's not Jared that knows fuck all about the sport. He knows he's going to turn around to you and say, oh, no, let's work on this because that's what they worked on last time. And I think that levels the whole thing up, and that's what really excites me about PCT and you guys right now, and in terms of what's coming in the future, because people might not see it. I reckon 2 to 3 years from now, you guys are going to be a force in terms of Muay Thai and K1, whichever path you decide to go, you're going to be a force. And you're going to be a force because you won't accept Jared not putting in the work, and Jared won't accept you not putting in the work, and all the other people like your Scotts and like your Jamies and like your Pauls, they're not going to let you go down. It's going to be, no, you won this, but bro, you could have done that. And no, you lost this, but you could have done that. And then every single time that you're improving, does that excite you? And are you looking at, let's say, you got the national title, you're going to fight for the national title, and you said it surprises you that you're getting it so early. It doesn't surprise me. It may be to you, it doesn't surprise me.
Thank you.
But does that now open your mind to like the possibilities of what you could be doing in the next year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years from now?
It does. It's inspirational, to be honest. Like I don't want this to be my last dance. Like this is going to propel me. Like it's going to give me bigger fights, bigger opportunities, and I'm super excited for that. And I feel like as well, it's inspirational to the younger fighters we've got in the gym as well. Like if they see me, they train with me, they've been training with me for a few years now, and if they're seeing me win national titles, they're going to want to do the same. And it was the same with me. Like when I see Jamie winning all these belts, like that inspires me. So I think it's good for the younger guys as well to see the success that we're bringing to them, and then I love passing on to those guys as well. So that's what inspires me as well.
100%. So before we end this, because you probably get some more food in you, right, before the fight tomorrow. Definitely. So I won't keep too much of your time. Before we end this, who do you want to thank? And do that first. Then I've got one more question to end this. Who do you want to thank up to this point?
I've got to thank Williams Nutrition as well, because he's helped me a lot for this camp. Physio, but to be honest, it's got to be Dan Scott and Paul and Jared, to be honest, mostly for this camp, because they've pushed me, kept me sharp, and I think that's what's going to show most in the fight.
So, last question. All those people that are going to be either at the show, at the venue at MTGP, or those people that have been watching online or following you on socials, giving you love and support, what message would you like to send them?
Thank you so much for all the support, especially the people that have bought tickets and are coming to the show. I've got family that have they've never seen me fight before. My dad hasn't ever come and watched me have a K1 fight, and thank you for coming to watch, and I'm going to put on a show for you guys.
Excellent. Oh, I love watching you fight. I love chatting to you. I love the energy. I love the big smile I get from you every time I see you.
Thank you.
Tomorrow, do the job, get that belt, and just keep growing. Thank you for giving me time, brother.
Thank you so much, man. Cheers, as well. Man. Appreciate that.